Well, the inevitable is going to occur, so I might as well just get it over with. I know for a fact that as soon as I start recording, my dad is going to get home. And I'm trying to record while he's not here so I can actually talk freely and he won't interrupt me constantly. And he was gone. He's supposed to go and then come back and then go again to my mom's choir concert. And he never came back from the first time. So I was like, man, I really should wait till he goes to my mom's choir concert, but I guess he's just never coming back, so I guess I don't have a dad anymore. That's kind of a fair deal in my opinion, though. But I know that it's like the point of no return, where it's either I do it right now and he'll arrive midway, or I wait and then he won't arrive. Okay, so I do need the buggy. Oh, I'm an idiot! I'm an actual moron. I don't know how I didn't figure that out last time. So I need to get the crane to pick up the buggy. That is amazingly simple, and I think I might be an idiot for not realizing that sooner. Hopefully I can actually get through here. And big surprise, like an actual surprise, I think might be the first time it's ever happened on this channel. I actually have something to talk about this time, like a set thing to talk about, and that thing is a game that has been plaguing me recently. So back in I know I've told the story multiple times on this channel, but back in, let's say, I think it was last November, I think it was Thanksgiving, my dearly beloved sister, came over and she brought over Bioshock on her Xbox, and I was like, sure, I'll give it a try because it's apparently one of her favorite games. So I start playing it. I get about 2 hours in, and I'm like, yeah, I think I've had enough for about tonight, because I was already kind of not digging the game, because, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of... I'll get into that later. And so I get about 2 hours in, and I say, yeah, we'll go back to playing it tomorrow. We never get back into playing it. Can I not lower it? I don't remember how to lower it. I don't remember the controls at all. Hang on. I know they just flashed up on the screen, but... What? How do I lower? Pick up. Nope. Extend arm. Are you joking me? Okay, I'm gonna fast forward here. My sister came over for Thanksgiving, right? And we started playing. We never went back to playing it after that because we kind of ran out of time while she was there. Thanksgiving break was only so long, and I don't know, it just didn't really work out the way we would have wanted it to. So I only got to play about 2 or 3 hours of it the first time. And then she, out of the goodness of her heart, decided to buy me all of the games from the entire thing of Bioshock. So I now own Bioshock, Bioshock 2, and Bioshock Infinite. And I thought, man, she really does enjoy these games, especially if she's willing to just buy them all for me. So I started playing Bioshock on my newest computer, and then that computer just was like, nope, not gonna let you work. And then it freaked out, you know, that whole shebang, that whole thing happened. And that was no good, and it took me about a month to figure that out. And when I finally got my computer to work again, all my save files were gone, nothing worked, everything was completely bogus, everything was gone, just ruined, everything, nothing was really going my way. This is not a good position to be in, because I don't know if I can actually damage him with the Tau gun, or whatever this thing is. I never really put more research into whether or not this is actually the Gauss gun, because it certainly looks like it is. Not the Gauss. Yeah, the Gauss gun. Oh boy. I remember what I have to do here. Maybe I can just drive through. Oh, no. This is perfect. I can shoot this thing down. Perfect. So I play through the game again on my computer. About 4 hours in. Maybe 4 or 2... It felt like 4 hours, but I'll get into that later. So I play through it, and I'm like, alright, this is kind of fun. Then my computer is just like, nope, you can no longer play this game. And eventually, I get my computer to work again. This is after the first time it broke. And I start playing again, get about 2 hours in, then realize I have Windows 32-bit and not 64-bit, and I need 64-bit in order to actually use Premiere. My Windows, Adobe Premiere will not work on 32-bit. And as stupid as that sounds, I understand why it has to happen. It is still kind of dumb that Adobe can't really optimize their programs better than what they already have, but you know, what can you do? In all fairness, Adobe Premiere gives me very few troubles nowadays. Now they know actually how to use it. So after that, I have to reinstall Windows. I have to put Windows back in again, and now I have a Windows watermark on my computer all the time because it doesn't believe that I actually bought it the first time, which is stupid, and Windows is silly for expecting anybody to buy it multiple times, even though I bought it once, and it's $100 to buy the Windows 10 iOS, or not iOS, the Windows 10 OS. And anyways, that's not important. What's important is that after that, I then started playing Bioshock again, and it has been about 2 months since I've been playing Bioshock, and I absolutely am despising the experience. Now, I really want to beat this game, right? Like, I'm giving it all I've got, because my sister loves this game. Like, whenever we talk, she's always talking about, oh, she's playing Bioshock, or she's playing, Bioshock Infinite, Bioshock 2, Bioshock 1, because she just loves those games. And I try to get her to play these games, the Half-Life games, all those games, all of these games. I always try to get her to play these, and I feel bad because I try to get her to play my games when I won't even play her games. So I feel like I have to play these games all the way through. But I'm just hating it. I'm not having fun. I'm not like enjoying any of it. Here's why. I'm not gonna say I hate it for like no reason. I have very well thought out reasons for why I despise this game. Maybe I'm playing it wrong, maybe something. So whenever I play shooter games pretty much nowadays, unless I'm gonna go play through them for just casual, like if I'm experiencing a game for the first time, I want to experience it at what the game developers think is like. I don't want to say their hardest, but probably their most challenging. Like usually when people put hard mode into games, they're like, this is what the game really should be. So this is what. Oh my goodness. This is what the game should be played at. But then some people start complaining and they put it at normal. Like if you look at most old Capcom games like Mega Man, Capcom's normal in Japan is difficult, and a lot of game companies have continued that thing where basically they make a lot of. Now again, I don't know this for positive. It's just more of like not like a rep kind of thing, but it's kind of like a. It's just what I do, alright? I play games in the hardest difficulty all the time because it makes me feel like a man, alright? Gosh dang. I need to justify myself to you. Now, that might not be the smartest choice because apparently I'm not good enough at those games. Because I'm playing through Bioshock 1 and I'm getting my absolute ass handed to me. Like, all the time. I'm always out of ammo. I'm always super low in health. I'm always super low in health packs. I'm always super low on everything. And it doesn't feel justified either. Like, when I play hard on any of these other games I've ever played, there's been points where I'm like, oh man, this is really difficult. But I've always had the tools in order to get through these situations. With Bioshock, I don't have the health, I don't have the ammo, and I don't have, like, the positioning to win any of these fights. It's like that game is built around you dying and dying and dying and dying. And in that game, when you die, you don't go back to the previous save state, which is a gift, I will admit. but it's also kind of broken because there's no point. Essentially, if you had infinite time, there's no point to ever having health options. Oh my goodness, what is happening right now? There's no point to ever having a option for receiving health. Like, there's no reason to have health packs. Oh my goodness, I'm getting my absolute butt torn apart. Hang on, I gotta focus and stave off the combine attack. I didn't really realize that there'd be this many people showing up. Mobby. My bad. I don't really remember this part. I do remember, this is one of my favorite parts though, just driving along the mountainside, or the coast, and just fighting people as you go, because I love that in video games, when you feel like you're on a voyage, but you don't really realize you're actually traveling. Because right now, I'm just kind of like progressing, but it's also like rewarding me by just showing me all this sweet scenery and everything, and it all flows together really nice, and there's no like abrupt like get in a helicopter and suddenly you're in Arizona. There's nothing like that in here. Why did I say Arizona? Either we oh my god, I shot him in the shin and he just died. Oh my goodness. Must have been having an off day. I feel bad for him. Okay. Now back to what I was saying about Bioshock. That game, I'm always out of ammo. I'm always out of just everything I need. But in this game, it's always like, oh man, if I shoot this and I take my time, I can actually get around these enemies. But in there, it's just like there are certain sim situations where you just can't win. Like, sorry, I was looking to see if my cat was the one who was opening up the door. Pippin, is that you? Yes, it is. There are some certain situations, like fighting a Big Daddy. There are enemies in this game. You'll find like striders and everything that like they're really hard to beat. But if you put in like the time with saving, like quick saving and everything like that, and you really take your time to fight them and you just whittle them down, that's possible. But with a Big Daddy, it's not possible. The way that the physics engine works, like the mobility engine, where you have to just like and I won't even get into the technical issues of that game right now, but the way that the game is built is like it doesn't want you to move very fast at all. It requires you to make everybody else move, and that's just not how I play games. I like to move around my enemies, not make my enemies move around me. And there are certain ways to where they can work, but in Bioshock 1, I just don't think it works. Because I find oftentimes where I'm running through like a hallway, and all of a sudden there's one guy, and then I'm trying to kill him, and I just can't. Like, I'm shooting him, and he's taking down a quarter of my health with one pistol shot. And that's another thing that a lot of games do. In this game, this is another perfect example. It has enemies, right? It has enemies just like these that could take you down all the way. But they're not brokenly over, like, they don't have a broken, hang on, I have to get an achievement here real quick. They're not, like, brokenly strong. That didn't work. Hang on. I might have to fast forward here. Holy shit! What the fuck? Okay, apparently I need to turn, like, right away. Okay. Holy crap. So yeah, there are some certain enemies in that game that, you just can't beat through the regular way. You have to, like... No! Gosh dang! Oh, sweet, never mind. They're, like, enemies that you just, like, no matter who they are, they're gonna kick the crap out of you. And there's some certain, boss battles that just absolute tear you apart. But But in this game, I mean, there aren't really any boss battles, but there are no enemies that even if you gave it your all, there's no way like they would automatically kill you. But in Bioshock, there are some enemies that will just straight up kill you. Like, and just to go from that into another point, in this game, they offer you ammo in the way, like, as often as you need it. Like, it doesn't give you exorbitant amounts. But in that game, I'm always out of ammo. I'm always out of ammo. And the plasmids do nothing. They're useless. Like, I use the shock thing, and it does, like, like, very minimal amount of damage. And Griffin's like, oh, we'll just use that and use the wrench. It's the strongest. Pippin, I'll kill you! It's the strongest combo. Then, hello. Hang on. It's the strongest combo. Then I do that, and it doesn't work, like, hardly at all. It certainly does do something. What? Oh, I thought he was still alive. Gosh dang it! Holy crap. Whoa. Hello. Nice to see you. Gosh darn dang. Gosh darn dang. To have to make me lose my concentration. Yeah, so with enemies like this, they give you plenty of time to fight. It doesn't take down 100% of your health. And I feel justified when I get hurt. But when I play Bioshock, there are people, like, from around corners that just one-shot kill you, and then you teleport, like, half a mile away from where you were back to the last spawn point. And it's so dumb. Because you need to walk all the way back, you die to that person again, and then you have to walk all the way back again, and like maybe like 3 tries later you actually will succeed in killing that person. Maybe. That's a maybe. If you can like sneak up on them. And that's for like almost each enemy. Like spider splicers, don't even get me started on those. Those are such BS. It's just that game seems completely unfair. Is that what was powering? These guys use their trucks to power their checkpoints? Huh, that's interesting. There are so many enemies in that game. Like, Big Daddies are completely broken, unfair, and just dumb. They're cool. They're really cool. I'll give you that. It's a really cool, overpowered enemy, but they're overpowered. Like, Striders in this game are overpowered, like, a little bit, but they also have very definite weak points. Big Daddies in that game, they don't show very obvious damage. That's another thing. Another thing is the aesthetics. I don't mind the aesthetics. I love antique aesthetics in video games, but that game does it in a way. The aesthetics are fine, but the game doesn't show knockback in enemies sometimes. Like if you blast an enemy, it'll like freeze them, right? It'll like freeze them for just like a little bit. But in this game, like when you fight a Strider or something, it definitely shows you that you've hit them. Like they do like a little they do a little wilt kind of thing where they just kind of freak out for a little bit. But then Big Daddies, you just shoot at them and shoot at them, shoot at them, shoot at them, shoot at them with things that barely even seem like they're helping, and then eventually they die, I guess. Oh boy. I feel like this is not a good place to be at. Okay, listen here, shotgunner. You're going down, then your friends are getting taken down with my Tau gun. Every single time I say Tau now, I think of Taub from House. I've been watching a little bit too much House lately. And it actually, I think Comcast finally figured out what I was doing, because I was streaming off one website the entire time, and I'm not sure if it's Comcast or if the website just got taken, like 100% just got taken down, because it is no longer up, or I can either it's no longer up or I can no longer access it, and I don't really feel like going to researching which one is which. Give me a second. So another thing I want to say with that game, another one. It's boring. It's the same level, one after another, after another, after another. It's just the same. Ow! What the fuck? Holy shit! Why are you here? We're out of Ravenholm. You're not allowed here. No, 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 no. Why? What? What? Okay, no more heart attacks. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, that was terrifying. They're still up there too. Okay, how about you? Okay, you know what? You know what? How about you quit being an asshole and let me get... Did you just break under my... I'm not that heavy. Good sir. Good madam. Man. Human. Goodness. So, I actually don't know how long I've been recording. I probably should figure that out. You know, how many years have I been doing this now, and I still don't have a set, like, prep schedule for this. I just kind of sit down, I ignore everything around me, and then I just hit record. And that's probably not how, like, a normal human being would do it, but it's how I do it, and it's how I roll. It's how I do. It's how we do in the hood. Hey, here are the best things in the entire game. So, I'll get into that later, but these guys are cool because they're really well done. I might just end this episode. I don't know if it'll be earlier or if it'll be late, but I thought there was a hunter chopper for a split second and my heart just stopped.